Anyway, hey, your next comic, if you haven't seen him before, you don't get out to comedy shows enough because he's everywhere. He's a local favorite. He's actually opening this weekend for Brendan Walsh at the Punchline. Give it up for Matt Lieb, everybody.
Keep going for Christopher. Let her hear it. Let her hear it. Keep it going for Charles Hoffa Kelly. Let him hear it. Yeah. 7 full minutes on just pussy juice. The entire time. You talked about it in a way, at first it's like this really sexual thing, and it's just like, yeah, pussy juice, I love pussy juice. But after a while, it's like, this is fucking cannibalism, man. You were just smoking and eating human flesh. You're like Hannibal Lecter, dude. This is, yeah, god damn, I want to hang out with you more. Yeah, so Charles, man, good God. Good God. Oh, man. You make me feel like a fucking Mormon in bed. Just like, I don't know about just bottling it, it's just there, it's just part of it. Now I'm scared. Now I'm fucking up in bed. I am not having sex the way Charles Hoffa Kelly has sex. Put your mouth everywhere. It's fucking awesome. I just want to live your life. I just want to be you for a little, Charles. Oh, man. But I'm not. I'm me. Hi. I'm me. I'm Matt. Nice to see you guys. I live here in San Francisco. You guys from around? Yeah. Did you guys go to Pride this year?
Yeah.
Anyone? Pride was amazing this year. I've been to Pride, for the last 6 years, and this year was the best by far, because the day before, gay marriage became legal across the entire United States of America. Yes! It was awesome. I love that. I'm confused by homophobia. It's like, it's a weird thing that it still exists. People are still against gay marriage. Like, they blame God for their homophobia, They blame God. They're like, God does not want a gay man to be in a marriage with another gay man, as convenient as that sounds. No. God wants a gay man to be in a loveless hetero marriage for the rest of his miserable life. That's what God wants. Not me. That's what God wants. Which is really weird logic, because that means that Satan is standing there like, follow your heart! All you need is love. Like, Satan sounds like a pretty reasonable guy. Kind of a romantic. Like, Satan just wants everyone to love one another. Like, this weird role reversal between Satan and God is happening in that instance. There's another argument against gay marriage that has been around for a while, the slippery slope argument. They're like, next, first they're like, gays get married, next people be marrying animals. That's what's next. That's what's next. That's what's next. Which is like weird, because no one is holding up that sign at Pride. Like, I've been there for a while, there's not a single person with like a rainbow flag with a poodle and a question mark on it. No one's waving that around. Like, that is not a thing that anyone is fighting for. Yet that argument's been around for like over 100 years. Every time a group of people who doesn't have marriage rights wants to get married, there's someone out like, oh, I'm gonna marry animals. Like, when black people couldn't get married, next will marry animals. Interracial marriage, next will marry animals. Gay marriage, next will marry animals. Like, after a while, you kind of want to be like, dude, why do you keep bringing that up? It's a little suspicious, isn't it? That every single time 2 adults want to get married, these guys are like, can we fuck dogs now? Is that what's next? I'm pretty sure that's what next. Like, it sounds less like a concern and more like a suggestion, It's weird. Just relax. That's not what's next. Fucking weird, man. I'm glad though. Marriage for everybody. We all get to be miserable. No, some people have happy marriages. I don't know anyone, but I know they exist. I hear about it. I see on television that it exists. Who's married in this room? Good. The one happy marriage in here. Oh, that's cool. I haven't been married, but I've been in long-term relationships, which are hard, Because after a while, asking for sex is like, when you're first starting in a relationship, you know, sex just happens. But after a few years, asking for sex with like your partner, you feel like Forrest Gump, being like, Lieutenant Dan, ice cream. Lieutenant Dan. It's like the same intonation, but you're like, that's it. It's different. It's different. That's it. That's a fun thing. Who's fucking in this room tonight? Who has sex? The one guy snapping with one hand like a fucking jazz musician. I have lots of sex. That's tight. Good for you, man. That's dope. Sex is dope. I like sex. I think human sexuality is amazing. It is amazing that we all live with two completely incompatible personalities at all times. You know what I mean? Like, we have the person you are here in society. You know, you got shirt on, sunglasses on your head, you know, looking like a good dude, man. But meanwhile, I can tell you're just stifling the fuck demon that lives deep within you. You're stifling that fuck demon, and I can tell, like, you know, you're probably a really nice guy. You know, you're probably like a feminist, you're probably an artist, you probably floss. But there's this whole other side of you that's just like, I eat buttholes all day. Like, I can tell you love to eat the butt because of your facial hair. That's good, man. That's good. And I love that about sex. It's like the great equalizer. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you are in society, what your role is, or whatever. We're all just trying to have sex. We're all just fuck demons. Like we all really are, you know? Like ladies, doesn't it make you feel better to know that like even the Queen of England at one point has been like, yeah, come on my tits, come now. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna swallow that semen I am. The saltiest semen in the Queen's Navy. Like, that's happened. It has. She has a husband. Prince Philip. He's not the king, but you come on those titties, though. You're the king. The problem with sex is you have to stifle it, right? You have to stifle your sexual being, you know? Because it's like illegal to just express it wherever you are, you know? The only time you can be sexually open and sexually expressive is when you're having sex. That's the only time, you know? And for me, it happens during dirty talk. Like if I'm having sex with a woman and she's talking dirty to me, right? You know, she's the way women talk dirty, you know, they're like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Oh, yup. Affirmative. Yeah. Fuck myself. Dude, I don't know what women say, I'm sorry. Do they really say affirmative? I don't know. I'm not really listening. But at some point, you know, after, you know, them talking dirty, they'll be like, you know, now it's your turn. Now you talk dirty. And for me, I've been stifling my sexual being all day. That's all I do all day is like, don't think about eating butthole. You know, so it's like I have to stifle it and push it down. So when she's finally like, now you talk dirty, I'm like, I am the dragon. You call me insane? You are privy to a great becoming. Yet you recognize nothing. You are an ant in the afterbirth of my glory. It is in your nature to do one thing correctly. Before me you rightly tremble. But fear is not what you owe me, Roxanne from Tinder. You owe me cuddles after this sex thing, and then we come. It's weird. I have weird sex, all right? We come and then we cuddle. That's part of it. That's part of it. I like to cuddle. I feel like we are all two different. Hello? God? Is that you? Stop talking about eating butts. All right, you got it. Sorry, man. Love a phone going off.
Travel back in time.
Yeah, let's travel back in time to when the setup of that joke was happening. It's cool. I was gonna talk more about fucking, but I feel like we're all pretty sore from all the fucking we've had tonight. We're all like, every comic has been up here just be like, I smoke pussy juice and I get fucked in the head. Like, After a while, you guys are like, man, I'm so glad I'm employed. I don't have to live their lives, their sad, sad lives, man. Fuck that, whatever, I'm living my dream. Check it out. Look at this dream. This is my dream. I always dreamed of this moment. I was like, you find me a karaoke bar, and I'll turn it into a comedy club. Love this dream, man. What a shitty dream. Yeah, that's good. Who's living their dream in this room tonight? Jesus Christ. Talk about the saddest response to that question. Some of you like actually contemplated it. I like it. You put some thought into it, and you consciously were like, no, I am not doing what I want to do with my life right now. Thank you very much for asking. It's hard to do what you want to do. It's like it's a tough thing. It took me years, you know. I wanted to be a comedian for years and years, but you know, I worked at desk jobs that I hated. And I was like, I don't want to do this. I just want to be a stand-up comedian. You know, I'm like on a keyboard, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. I just want to do stand-up. That's all I want to do. So I took action, you guys. I did. This is true. 6 months ago, I quit my job, everybody. Woo! Thank you. Yeah! Quit my job. Yeah. And now I have 3 jobs. I fucked up, you guys. Turns out you need money. Quitting a full-time job is like cutting the head off a hydra. You know, 3 shittier jobs just pop up on its plate. Keeps multiplying. The more jobs you quit, the more little things you do for money. First job is selling blood. So if you guys need any blood after the show, holla at your boy. I'll hook you up to an IV of my blood. Second job is stand-up comedy, because sometimes I get paid for this shit. Not tonight. Third job, making more blood. So I'm crushing it. I'm crushing this dream. I'm crushing this dream. I'm crushing this dream. This dream is crushed. Kill me. No, things are good. I'm happy. I live in the Haight. I live in the Haight-Ashbury district. Been there for 5 years. I have rent control, which is great, except for if I get evicted, I would be fucked. I wouldn't even be able to move to Oakland at this point. Like, I'd have to move to fucking Fremont. Have you been to Fremont? It's like the Florida, the Bay Area. I don't want to fucking do that, man. My rent is so high, or low. It's whatever. Man. It's crazy. The city is getting weird with some of the... You guys notice, like, it's been the last few years, kind of like, you know, like Ayn Rand's wet dream a little bit? A little bit like an objectivist hellhole. You know what I mean? Like, you guys like the Fountainhead or fucking hate it like I do? I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing. The city is great, but I feel like they're tired of poor people a little bit, and that's kind of freaking me out. You know? It's like, I don't know, man. They're trying to make this new app. There's this app that directly competes with Muni. It's like a new bus app. And you know, the bus will take you from like the marina, of course, to downtown San Francisco, and it costs 3 times the amount that Muni does, which means that like no poor people can ride it. And like I get it that Muni sucks, right? I understand. Sometimes you're on a Muni bus and someone just takes a shit right in front of you, and that sucks. It sucks when that happens, you know. It sucks. You know, you'll just be sitting on a bus and someone will be like, yeah, now this is happening to you. Now you have to deal with this trauma right before work. That sucks. What's happening? Deal with it. And that's terrible. You don't want someone to take a shit right in front of you, but the thing about living in a society is that living inside of a city, you're supposed to be able to look at a normal person and be like, can you believe this guy's taking a shit right in front of us? How crazy is it that we're having this collective experience living in the city together? Let's bond via his poo. You know? But if we all start taking this bus, this app bus, that's fine. Everyone can enjoy the nice, fluffy, fucking app bus. I'm still gonna have to take the shit bus every day. And it's just gonna be me and like 11 dudes all taking a shit at the same time. Like, it's just you and me now. And I'm gonna have to be like, I guess that's what we're doing now. And then I'm gonna have to take a shit too, because I believe in solidarity. I don't want to have to do it, but you're forcing my hand, San Francisco. Well, I'm going to admit something personal to you guys right now. It was very personal. I hate Hitler. Yeah, you guys on board with that?
Yeah.
Woo! not all of you, and that's weird. Some of you guys are like, I don't know, jury's still out on Hitler, man. Kind of depends on how your set goes. Fuck all y'all, Hitler's the worst. I was talking to some friends about time travel, and they all agreed that if we went back in time, if they went back in time, they would try to go back in time and kill Hitler. They all agreed that's one of the things they do. And then they asked me about it, and I was like, fuck no. No way. I would not try to go back in time and kill Hitler. Because you gotta think about it, right? Like, really think about it? And if you do, you realize that by now, Hitler has got to be a fucking expert at killing time travelers. You know what I mean? Think about it. Think about it. He's a fucking expert at that shit. That's all he does all day is kill time travelers. Every single arrogant time traveler has gone back in time and said to themselves, I'm gonna be the motherfucker that kills Adolf Hitler. Nuh-uh. Hitler has killed every single one of those time travelers. We still know who Adolf Hitler is. He's still in the history books. We don't know shit about time travel. What I'm trying to say is there's this whole other Holocaust that's just time travelers that we don't even know about. So fuck that. He's not killing this Jew. All right, guys. I've been Nelly. Thank you so much.